There. Are you happy now? Welcome to this morning show. Oh, Lord.
Whatever.
Eva. I had to do some switching because Todd came up on the left side of the screen and he's like, no, it looks like it's my show.
I don't know. I get used to one way, and I'm like, this is different. Don't mess with an old man setting his routines.
Good morning, Glenn. Good morning, Texas Bandit. Good morning, baseball. Good morning, paddling. And good morning, Todd. How are you?
I'm good.
Good morning, Anissa. Well, we didn't have internet for just about all day yesterday.
Okay.
So that's the reason I was quiet. No Facebook, no nothing. Which Scott always has 4 or 5 people on his show, so he's good. Um, Good morning, Lag. Tell your mom we said hi too. Um, Texas. Let me get the story straight here. You were into farming, cattle ranching, something of that sort. You still are.
Yeah, Nissa, it's worth a watch if you like rants. A
Was he ranting yesterday? Good
little
morning,
bit.
Mike.
Not any more than usual,
Oh, okay.
but yeah.
And the reason I was asking about the farming thing is, and if any of your other ones are farmers, one of the guys I watch on YouTube is a gamer, and he plays a. It's called Farm Simulator 22, and this game, I mean, it's about farming and ranching, and sheep, cows, chickens, all that kind of stuff. It's really complex for a game because as far as like the farming aspect of it, you got to figure in your pH balance and your lime and your fertilizer and all this kind of stuff. For the animals, you got to make sure you're giving them the right. Good morning, Mr. Sadie. Good morning, Craig. You got to make sure they're getting the right blend of food and all of this kind of stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, now it's interesting to watch, and I guess I mean, I like those simulator kind of games. But damn, this thing is like a job, and he plays it for hours. The families, I'm a black sheep. I mow hay when needed. He owned the sickle bar. And the equipment that they use in this stupid game. I mean, I know farming is one of the most expensive professions to be in because the equipment is so expensive. But anyway, like I said, that's my little rant this morning. It's like, it's interesting, but damn, it's a lot of work. I hear you, Texas. You talking about Scott yesterday, Mr. Sadie, 6.5? What was he ranting about yesterday? Politics, eBay. Oh wow, James, 10,000 acres. God, I'd love to have 10,000 acres. I'd build me a damn house in the middle of it. You just stick the land. Um, PC. The hand controller on the gaming systems I just have a little issues with. I forget what buttons are what. Yeah, yeah. All the all the farm, yeah, all the groceries. Food is in the grocery stores. When we went to Australia, we went to we went out to a actually it was up in near the Great Barrier Reef, but there's a farm run by Aborigines, and they teach you how to throw a boomerang and hunt with a spear and all this. The technical part of hunting with a spear, not actually hunting. And the guy that was giving us the tour, he was really funny. And I told Chris, I said, "Yeah," I said, "we'll teach our boys how to hunt at Harris Teeter." And he's like, "What's that?" I said, "That's a major grocery store chain." And he's laughed. He says, "Yeah, but that stuff's got to come from someplace." And that was the one thing about
Did somebody
Australia.
come
Go
up
ahead.
to you on that trip and say, "That's not a knife"?
No, nobody did that.
Okay.
Um, they didn't, and maybe it's like I think it's still like it in Europe. They didn't have supermarkets like we did. They had supermarkets. I mean, they like all the canned goods and box stuff was in one store, and then you went to a different store for the butchery, and then you went into another one for bakery. So anyway, that was just my yeah. I'm a keyboard warrior. Now I don't play too many shooter games. My hand-eye coordination's not too good, and I get panicky. Um, but anyway, I just had him playing this guy playing on the background and listening to him and just how technical the game was. And um, I knew some of you guys were into ranching, were ranchers, farmers, whatnot. Um, and I was just going to pat you on the back and say, damn, you people are smart. So anyway, that's my little thing this morning. Oh, you only play shooters? Good morning, Steven. So I didn't see you come in. So anyway, that had nothing to do with reselling, but it's my show, and I'm not ranting. Um, so like I said, we didn't have internet for majority of yesterday, and then it went out yesterday again last night. We don't know what the problem is. So I was surprised when I got up this morning and had internet because I was getting ready to message Sasha. I was getting ready to message Todd that I didn't have any internet. So
You
what is
can call
going
me
on with you?
Sasha if you want to. I don't care.
So you got to go meet with the girlfriends today, huh?
Yeah, they long for my presence.
Yep. They need you to come in there and spend a bunch of money.
Hmm.
Yeah, James, I come from a farming background. I've always lived in the city. Um, but I had an uncle that he said he never gambled because he gambles every day because he's a farmer. Now there's another guy that plays this farming simulator game too, and he's from Texas, and his daughter is married to a boy from Dallas, and he's like his son-in-law says he doesn't wear hats, he's never owned a cowboy hat, he's never owned cowboy boots, and he's never been to a ranch. And so this guy said he was asking his son-in-law's father. He says, "What's with your son?" He said, "I don't know. He has just never been the outdoorsy type. But now this family mountain climbs and hikes and all that kind of BS. Lag, you grew up on a farm. Your farm in PA. What'd your mom do? Have an herb garden in the backyard? That don't really count as a farm. What kind of knife is that, Todd?
Oh, it's like a hunter survival type knife.
Right.
It was handmade. I couldn't tell what brand it was, but there's a button on it that shows the Oklahoma seal, but it also gives the name of a town. I got to zoom in. I wonder if the person who made it is from that town. It's a little tiny town in western Oklahoma, right where the Dust Bowl was way back. Lahoma. If you look up Lahoma,
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma, absolutely nothing ever happened at Lahoma, Oklahoma. I mean, it's just dry, flat grasslands. There was a prison there? Maybe it's prisoner made. You know, like convicts make handcrafted items in prison, and the prison sells it for them, and I don't know if they get to keep the money or.
I don't know whether they make knives though. Usually they're license plates.
No, I had a Western belt that was handcrafted by a prisoner once, and it's a really nice belt. I got all kinds of compliments on it. Had my
Cool.
name written on it and everything. Silver
Nice.
hair. No, I didn't have silver hair back then.
Uh, Mr. Sadie, where do you come across these videos at? The video he posted to is a farmer's looking for a wife. He's a good-looking young man, and the ladies that I guess are supposed to be his potentials, they're real pretty too.
Are you lying, Stephen? Was there really a prison there? It'll make a good story, huh?
That's a nicest prison shank.
There's a police department with a jail, but I don't see a prison. Oh, well, maybe there is.
Oh, it's for farmers looking for love.
You can look up, I just saw a website, you can look up inmates in Oklahoma. I don't have any to really search for, unless Taylor Swift gets arrested in Lahoma sometime.
Like, you're not right, dude. You are really not right.
It's
I need, I need to call my friend at the FBI and see if I can get him to track you down.
yeah. I don't think it was made by a prisoner, actually.
You know,
Let's see.
my former next door neighbor made knives, and those things went for all kinds of money, especially the ones that is it Damascus steel.
That's what this is.
That's like those would go for crazy money, but it would take him. He had to have expensive. Um, he had to have expensive grinders and um, files to cut that sucker down. But he made the
Oklahoma is
handles.
a town in Garfield County, Oklahoma, United States. The population was 611 at the 2010 census. How funny.
Yeah, it's made by a young Chinese kid sold at a gas station. Well, my neighbor, he would make he made the handles too. And if you wanted to send him like the wood, like he made a handle um, out of a piece of a 200-year-old dresser, the guy that sent him the slab of wood, he had this piece of furniture was in a farmhouse that his grandparents lived in, and it burnt down, and this was all that was left of the furniture. So he cut it down and made a really nice handle out of it. It was really pretty. It was walnut. And then another one, this guy was having a knife made for his daughter's 16th birthday, and Herman went to the Goodwill, and he found all these pairs of pink blue jeans or pink jeans, I guess would be the right way. And he laminated all the like layers upon layers of this fabric, and then he sanded it down and made the blades out of it. I mean, made the handle out of it. He was really, really talented. But you'd hear him out there all day long grinding on stuff, which didn't bother me. It pissed off the neighbor behind us, but she was a bitch anyway. You couldn't do anything that made her happy. She'd fuss about the kids being in the backyard playing. That's what kids are supposed to be doing in the backyard playing. Yeah, they make so many cheap knives. My brother uses a lot of machetes for his business. And the company he always bought his machetes from, a certain brand, they went out of business. Good morning, Harlan. And all the machetes. Good morning, Scott. All the machetes he's been buying since then, he just doesn't like because the blades are real flexible. Let's put it that way.
They made you a knife, Tom.
Old timer. Yeah.
So I felt like you were talking to me because speaking on grinding on things, yesterday,
Smut dealer. What are you
yes,
selling now?
yesterday I didn't have a lot to do, so I've got maybe 13 video cameras I needed to go through and match up batteries and chargers and see if they
Right.
work or not. One of them had a tape in it,
Mm.
and usually,
Oh,
actually, a couple of them had tape in it. One of them had a hard drive on it. So the first one you hit, it's somebody's wedding. It's like 20 minutes of wedding. I erased all that. The second one was some recital, some little kid, then the little after party or whatever. But the third one started out with, "I'm gonna bite it." Oh no, you better not. And then she proceeds to say she could stick it all the way down the back of her throat. And then she wrote it. And all you heard was rhythmic moaning. You heard the sound like somebody. I'm like, is somebody wearing wet flip flops around here? What the hell?
oh my God.
I'd never found one. Dusty used to carry on about finding them all the time. I'd never found one. So yeah, there is
Yeah, I haven't found any tapes, but I have found the memory cards and old cell phones and um, old cameras. It's like, y'all should have pulled this thing out as soon as y'all finished taking pictures. Mr. Stady, my brother's a land surveyor.
So you
I
know,
grew up
Nash,
in the land surveying business.
what's
I
the
know how to
what's
use machete and a bush axe,
so
a
what's the first thing
chainsaw.
you do normally? You look around to the camera that's got the most battery in it, grab that camera and go show it to Jody. Go, Jody, there's something wrong with this video camera. See how the lines are in there? And I flip around and she goes, she's really enjoying that. Where did you find that?
Oh my God.
So yeah, that was
I, you, Good morning, Bridget. I don't understand how people could leave stuff like that.
I don't know.
I mean, I just don't understand, especially if you're having intimate And good morning, Ken. If I didn't say good morning till you come, I didn't see
Yeah,
training tapes.
that porn star I sold those jeans to never sent me any pictures of him wearing them. So I was kind of happy about that.
um, when I first started getting into buying storage auctions, lockers, um, this guy, he told me, he said, because I bought one and had a bunch of unlabeled CDs, DVDs in it. He says, be careful who's around you when you're looking at those things. And I said, really? He said, yeah, the first locker he bought with a bunch of unlabeled DVDs and CDs in was nothing but porn. And some of it
Oh, thank you.
was kind of young.
Look at this service. Delivered blueberry muffins.
Is that Joni?
Yes.
So I told them about your reaction to the she was enjoying it.
Well, she was doing something. That's for damn sure.
Joni, I need to have Roberta talk to you.
Oh,
Bring in blueberry muffins out.
fresh out of the oven, homemade.
Dang, Roberta say, go get you a piece of toast and put some jelly on it.
Well,
Are
if
those on keto?
Yeah.
they're not on keto, but they are the boys' favorite, and they're just as easy to put together as they are a mix. So
Right. When you say the
they're
boy, when you say the boy, are you talking about your son or are you talking about your husband?
both of them my boys. So yeah, my guys like to eat. They like the good stuff. You didn't even tell them about dinner last night. Those were amazing.
They stuck to the aluminum foil. Like I have to be a negative.
Well, next time it's the first time I've made them. Next time I'll know better.
what you what you make you?
Cheeseburger sliders. Something we got on TikTok.
And they taste just like Crystal or White Castle burgers
They're way better than white rice on Crystal.
because they're on Hawaiian rolls.
Okay.
Yeah, she made
You
cheeseburger
could put
sliders,
it.
Hawaii rolls, and then her oven baked potatoes that she's made for years that are so good. I hadn't had those oven baked potatoes in a year and a half. They might have been the best ones she ever made.
We take we take the Hawaiian rolls, split them in half, put deli sliced ham in it,
Yep.
and cheese, and a little bit of mayonnaise and a little bit of spicy mustard, and then
Yeah.
once on top of it we put melted butter and garlic and poppy seeds.
Yep. Those are Southern party sandwiches, as
We
we
have
call them. They're
we have those for dinner.
they are so good. We haven't done those in a long time. Okay, kids, come on.
Now I'm
Is
hungry.
out. Okay.
Well, that was nice of her.
She feel bad for turn. She must feel bad for turning down my proposition. I told her she needed to act out that video, and
um,
I said she'd be a star. Yeah, not really.
hey, Lady Sky. Good morning.
So I'm here to anybody with feelings that are very fragile. Please unsubscribe from this channel because I have that effect now. Let's talk about women drivers. How many people are going to?
Hey.
How many people will you lose if I talk about women drivers?
Oh,
Oh Lord.
I didn't think you would bring that up, but you did.
How about let's talk about old drivers today. See how many old people leave.
So what happened to you that spun you off this?
I don't know. I was talking about making a joke about women drivers on Monday, and Todd gets a comment about, "Can't believe Scott." First thing I come on there, Scott's talking about women drivers. You just earned an unsub or some shit.
Well, I got a private message from one person that we all know and love, and they said, "I've just learned to just tune Scott out." And it was followed up by an LOL, and I'm like, "Yeah, you got to do that."
I tune me out. Who are we kidding? You see Joni? Joni just walks out and leaves.
But she did bring you some damn muffins, so shut up.
I know, right? They're terrible, by the way.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
I've been making for Roberta like dump biscuits out of the fake flour, not coconut. The other one, almond flour.
Anissa says she'll drive around the block 1,000 times, not the parallel park.
Well, you know what? I don't know too many places that has parallel parking anymore.
See, that's it, Larry. I mentioned I'll get around to everybody, including myself, make fun of. I mean, you got to realize my childhood, we were latchkey kids. We were left at home. We were left at home by ourselves to watch the Jeffersons, for God's sake. The Jeffersons and Sanford and Son. Our childhood and our everything we learned was when cable TV came in and we could see Fred G. Sanford.
I was watching this. I was watching this show that was originally on TV, but it was over on YouTube now, and they were talking about how many shows would not be on the air if they were to pitch it now. Archie Bunker, The
Oh my!
Jeffersons, um, Sanford and Sons, because they all made such derogatory remarks about other races or religions, and
That's why.
they mentioned a couple of more, and those are some of the best shows that was ever on TV. Archie Bunker was the first person to flush a toilet on TV.
That's why I like George Jefferson so much because he insulted everybody. If you were in his little stratosphere, he got you.
Yeah, people are just too thin-skinned these days.
And I'm
I
not going
was
to. So just block me then. I guess I don't know. Because if we conform to this crazy political correct side, we lose. If you lose yourself over the fact that somebody's offended, have y'all watched the new 10 million people, or as of yesterday, have watched it? The new Tom McDonald video with Ben. What's his name in it?
Shapiro. No.
He said, "I'm here to offend you." That's in the chorus. I'm here to offend you.
Yeah, Blazing Saddles would not be. That wouldn't be one now.
Oh yeah, that one scene with the sheriff and the ringing of the bell just kind of ends that one.
Yeah, I mean, and that's good. That's good TV and movie view in there. I mean, it's just People don't have a sense of humor, or they're just too thin-skinned.
Yeah, so there's this young black guy. He lives in Tennessee. Um, he drives this. I can't think of his name. Joel something. And he drives this big ass truck. Big ass. He's got on the front of it because he's a light skinned brother, and he's got white privilege on the front of it in the grill. I mean, everything he does in social media, Joel Patrick or something like that, is about white privilege. And he made a video yesterday saying, because he's all the time getting pulled over or whatever for that big truck, and he makes jokes. I got pulled over again because I was black. He said, and he said he started pulling over the state trooper, a Tennessee trooper yesterday, and he goes, "I got pulled over again." He goes, "Well, no, I didn't. The trooper was stuck in the median. With all the rain and stuff, his trooper he tried to get his little SUV through and couldn't get through. Joel's like, I hooked this big truck. I always carry a tow strap. He said, y'all think I hate the cops? He said, you treat everybody with kindness. Look what happens. I pulled him right out of the mud. Uh, he's a funny guy.
Harlan, you have not seen Blazing Saddles?
Harlan's never seen any movies.
Harlan
That's
led a sheltered life.
He did. Did he wear lace gloves every night for dinner?
Still does.
Yeah.
Harlan ain't got time for movies. He's making videos.
Oh,
Uh,
you people are not right. Um, so what's going on in the reselling world?
Uh,
uh,
Everybody is putting all their hopes and dreams on eBay fixing it and fixing whatever in March. Folks, I got news for you. If you're depending on eBay to do anything, I got some swampland in Kansas. I'll say
I just think people just got to keep on doing.
nuclear
They got to
reset.
keep on listing. Uh, I mean, that's just the way it is.
well,
Doing taxes. Ugh. Yeah, I agree with that.
tax. Ugh. I
I just
haven't
don't.
even started.
I got my CPA. He said I'll see you about March 1st. I'm like, I got everything together. I'll just drop it off whenever you're ready for it. I'm still waiting on a couple of reports to come in, but I try to keep up with all that stuff during the year.
Todd sends me a message that this person that made that comment. I'm like, he said something. I'm like, oh no, that's a she. She was probably offended because I was talking about women drivers, and that's a she.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a lady, but
Don't worry, let's offend the entire state of Tennessee. So many people from Tennessee. I live 12 miles from the line. Y'all realize that live in Tennessee because they have no state taxes, and they come down here in the Huntsville to work. So that main road out there is crazy busy from like 6:45 to 9, and then going the other way, what 3:30 to 6. Tennessee drivers are the absolute worst. If you live in Tennessee, you should have training wheels on your car. Y'all are so awful. You should have the. You should still be in the 70s with curb feelers and all that kind of mess because y'all are terrible.
Hey, I saw one of those yesterday. It was a 1974 Chevrolet Caprice 4-door. It had the rims on it that's when your car stops, the hubcap still spins, and it had some curb feelers on it and dice hanging from the mirror.
So make sure when y'all are leaving today, you Tennessee people, give Tom a comment saying it was all Beard's fault. See you later.
hmm,
Oh, my subscribership goes down 5 and then comes back up 6. It goes up and down all the time. I don't worry about it.
yeah, I just finished my best January ever on eBay.
I guess we should form the eBay mafia and go threat. Just like they sent a pig's head to what's her name? We should now threaten eBay. See, nobody wants to hear that the eBay a few years ago was taken over by a hedge fund, and they installed. They went as far as forcing them to add a seat on the board to put one of their own people on the board. They care nothing about you. They care nothing about anything else but profit. They don't care where they get it from. They answer to shareholders and shareholders only. If that means squeezing the seller, they'll squeeze the seller. They have the shareholder and a board that's only looking for profit to answer to. Folks, you got to understand that before you do anything with eBay.
About since we're talking about sticking it to the man, anybody got their $7.69 from the Google payout yet?
Speaking of sticking to the man, she rode that man like there was nobody's business.
um,
They
apparently there
sent
was
they sent you a check.
yeah, it was apparently there was a class action suit against Google,
No.
Oh,
header privacy litigation. Uh, number 5:10 CV 04809 EJD. Yep. So we got a $7. Both of us did $7.69. That means that'll get us 15, $16. That'll get us about 8 push of the buttons on a slot machine on a cruise ship.
oh, Scott's going to show us that film.
All right.
No, we're not. So anyway, seriously, did anybody else get one? I
I
don't
want
even I don't even remember putting my name in the pot for that.
if you've had Verizon service in the last few years, I know they're begging everybody to come get your money from them. You can you can get from $10 to $100.
Um,
Kent said he wanted to see it.
well, you take 769 times a bunch of damn people. That's a pretty big payout. God, you're making me nervous. I got damn. That's a big camera.
Yeah, I paid $3 for it. I got I got a picture, so I'll listen in a minute for 300.
What kind? What format does it shoot in?
Mini DV. These guys, little bitty.
Okay. I wonder how much that thing was when it was brand new. It looks expensive.
Yeah, this is the crazy one of the Sony professional line. It was very expensive.
Anissa, don't let Bridget mess with you. She's not doing her own taxes. She's got a personal bookkeeper that does all her book work.
Yeah, Kent. I went to a yard sale with Harlan a few years back when I bought this. Dude was outside in the front yard of his trailer home, burning trash and running a yard sale at the same time. And I'm like, "How much for that camera?" He goes, "Give me $3, and you can have the other one right beside it." So I got two of them for $3.
Wow.
The other one is missing the eyepiece, and it the lines are a little.
Bridget, you worked for a paralegal. You were a paralegal before you went into reselling full time, weren't you? People look at those things and they don't even. I mean, they don't see any money in them. All they see is a big clunky camera.
Yeah, I had one of these that I sold for $350. It was the Canon version. Y'all lucky this machine won't play nothing.
I've got a that camera that Roberta just bought me. What the hell is it called?
GoPro.
GoPro. Thank you. Um, man, that thing takes some good pictures, some good video.
Yeah. Why is it having so much trouble trying to play?
That's right, Mr. Sadie. Bridget makes that seven-figure kind of money after taxes, selling her crap, her junk that nobody's buying because eBay's broken. Well, by law, they're supposed to have them ready by midnight last night, I believe, unless they've changed that.
I think I got a note from them that said they're ready.
To eBay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one. I guess I'm gonna have to list that one for parts. Either that or it's too scared to play the porno. Don't
So,
worry, the guy gave me two of them.
so Todd, you're going to go buy something else to not list today?
Probably. We'll see what they got. Man, I got so much stuff.
It must be the videotape because neither camera will play it. Damn it.
People like Bridget and Todd, they get a phone call from eBay directly and saying, Miss Bridget, your 1099's ready. Mr. Todd, your 1099's ready.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for keeping us in business another year.
See, Harlan's teaching y'all how to make videos. You know, you make it using different angles. This guy didn't do that.
Harlan, business slow?
He was this dude was already at Pound Town. He didn't care anything about the image on the video.
So, what were you ranting about yesterday? I heard.
Me,
Yeah,
bad YouTubers,
bad
people.
YouTubers.
The guy who decided that he was the anti-promotion, folks. I'm not going to pay eBay promotion. They can't have any more fees. I've got a $40 item that I'm going to sell for $20 to make sure it sells. When he could promote it for $4 at 10% and make $36 versus 20. Dumbass.
Do you go in there and say, God, you're such a dumbass? On his comments?
No, but we called him out yesterday. I'm surprised they hadn't just blown up my. That's why he's been full time 6 months. You know what do you do when you first go full time? You make a YouTube channel and teach everybody that you're a professional.
Yeah. I got a great video out about how to test a lawnmower.
Damn right.
I showed that to my brother Todd.
Did you?
He's like, does he not have lung poisoning now?
Uh,
Even though when we were a kid in Charleston, South Carolina, when they came around and fogged for damn mosquitoes, we chased around behind the damn fogging machine. Good times. Health be damn. Over 100%.
Did you hear her laugh? I'm talking about she just told him she was going to bite it.
No, Scott, Scott gets 500% sell through rates. What are you talking about?
There's just some man booty right there.
Quit.
No, the tape was fast forwarded. There's nothing wrong with the machines.
Huh.
Let me get this out of the machine before I sell this thing with somebody.
Yeah. And you lose your account because you're damn selling porn. JW30.
Let me put a little label on this, something I can remember this by,
Yeah.
like Todd's videotape.
Yeah, Todd probably did have WD-30 in his blood for that. We're in Charleston. I lived in Goose Creek. Nuclear missile storage facility of the world. If the South Carolina succeeds again, we will be victorious because we have more nuclear missiles than anybody.
Y'all have had enough in politics. Can we have another state? You know, with Lindsey Graham and Nikki Haley, y'all are batting 1,000 right now.
I have a nephew that's on
Ching.
the Nikki Haley bandwagon. He sends me all the kind of propaganda.
Sold a wired PlayStation controller.
Who is?
Man, I've had that for 3 years, 4 years.
Was that from the video store buyout?
Yeah. I still got stuff I haven't listed.
So I learned something interesting yesterday. Did I have milk on those muffins? No, I didn't have milk. I just got coffee. Here's a question for you: who's the first president?
George Washington?
That'd be wrong.
There's a bunch of there's several YouTube videos about these states that
Anybody
tried
want
to
to guess
form, or they formed and they don't exist anymore.
who was? Anybody else want to guess who the first president was?
No, who?
If you're not guessing Samuel Huntington, then you'll be wrong. No, I'm sorry. Who was the? This thing's not in chronological. Samuel Huntington was the first president. 1779 to 1781. Samuel Huntington. They get off with a technicality and say that no, it was George Washington because he's the first one after the Constitution was ratified, but he was actually we declared our independence and ourselves a new nation and went to war after the Revolutionary War was over. Between that and the Continental Congress ratified the Constitution, there were 14 presidents. Washington was actually the 15th president.
Well, you know what? Most people can't even. Most of the people today don't even know who George Washington was, more or less.
So I was watching a video. So who do you think talked about that and is no longer with us? Someone you never guess who was not giving him credit for how smart this dude was. He was probably genius level, and we were just blessed to be in his world for a few years.
Who was that?
And I believe he was killed 100%. You can take it to the bank. Prince used to talk about that kind of stuff all the time.
Who?
Prince. I was watching the video that he said, why weren't we taught this in school, that Washington wasn't the first president?
Oh, Prince, the singer.
Yeah, singer. Yeah, he was immensely smart. If you don't know, he was crazy smart. And he used to talk about. I think they killed him because he had such a following, and he was starting to talk a lot about America still being on the plantation, that they had devised a perfect plantation that encapsulated everybody who we work from beginning of life to end of life.
Ross Perot, I loved him. He was asked by an interview what his wife if his wife supported him in his run for the presidency, and he said, Absolutely, she's willing to move to a bad neighborhood, move to a small house in a bad neighborhood."
If y'all haven't seen Gene, maybe one of the best guitarists ever. So there was a. It's on. You can find it on TikTok or other social media. There was a benefit that was going on, and Tom Petty was playing, and Prince was just in up there with him. And about 2 minutes into whatever song they were playing, I think it was "As His Guitar Gently Weeps." I think that was the song. I could be wrong about the song. Prince just goes off onto a solo for about 3 solid minutes. Uh, Absolute display of control over a guitar. It's worth searching. If you search Prince and Tom Petty, you'll find that benefit. It is yeah, I can't say great video. He threw the guitar at the end. I mean, it's insane how good he was.
Um, how about everybody give me a thumbs up so I can so when they demonetize this video, I can say, "Hey, people liked it. Look at all the thumbs ups."
They they couldn't see the little booty on my little bitty screen. Hell, I could barely see it. I'm
I'm
looking
not
right at
talking about that. You know, just everything in general. We're just. I mean, I don't care.
they. Yeah,
I
they.
might get
My show.
after
They
after
limited availability did it. I'm like, really?
after a year and a half, I'm about to qualify for my first check from YouTube.
You're allowed to drop an F bomb or two. Damn it!
Hmm.
I look at that. As soon as I hit thing, it immediately says there's nothing wrong with the show yesterday.
Well,
Yeah,
that's good. That's good. Johnny Depp was on the vid too. See, I'm not a Prince fan. I The only song that I know of his is Purple Rain, and I really don't like that. And the songs that he sang for the original Batman movie. That's it.
but you don't have to like somebody's music to understand how good they are. To watch that video, Tom. It's amazing how good he is on it. He was. I forget how many he played. I forget how many instruments he played. It was
Good morning, anytime. Yeah, Todd knows how to make money.
uh, just what's the official count? How many instruments do you think Prince knew how to play?
He knew how to play a lot. I don't know the exact number, but I knew he learned, and he self-taught himself on most of them, didn't he?
Oh yeah, how many instruments? Just take a guess.
25.
You're pretty damn close. 27.
Really?
Oh yeah. In his debut album, he sang every part and played every instrument. Lag said he doesn't even know who that is.
Lag was what was the crooner's name? Allegedly with the mafia.
Frankie?
Frank, yeah. Lag's a big Frank Sinatra fan.
It's uh, it's amazing how much you don't hear about people who don't get in line with the narrative.
Well, you've learned something today. You've learned two somethings. One, be careful what videos you pull out of a camera you just bought, and two, Prince knew how to play 27 instruments.
And evidently Kent plays a skin flute.
Don't be ugly to Kent now.
He's the one that said it. He lives down in the land with all them cages. He's got to figure out some entertainment.
See in Louisiana? Well, tell me something. How hard is it to get around in Mobile? or have you been to Mobile, or is it mobile?
It's Mobile. It's not. I didn't have your problems. It's got a big interstate running through it, but it's not. It's a high crime area though, so uh, Kent had two choices. He could play with an alligator or the skin flute. So there you go. I guess he didn't want to mess with the gators. Kent said I can't offend him. Damn it. Kent's gonna leave the comment. Bearded picker hurt my one feeling. I gotta go. I can't watch this show anymore.
Yeah. Um, Lord have mercy. Todd, did you always get rid of? At one time, you had a lot of like doll clothes and accessories. Did you sell all of that off?
Uh, I think I have one package of doll shoes left. The rest of it all sold.
Yeah, I've sold both those. I've sold dog sweaters, dog shoes, all that stuff sells good. People don't realize the kind of damage. The people that are serious about their dog's walk, hot or cold really hurts them. So they'll. Those are the funniest videos when they first put those shoes on dogs, like the little feet,
Yeah.
and dogs trying to lift one leg up and all that crazy mess because they can't feel the.
My cousin's wife is a big knitter crocheter, and she has made booties for all their dogs. And they have she after she's knitted them, she goes in and she puts a piece of leather on the bottom for a sole. And I said, "You ought to sell those things." She said she had seen where some sell online for in the $100 range,
If
and made like hers. And I said, "I ain't putting no $100 shoes on my own feet, more or less my dog."
Yeah, Larry. Joni made videos on TikTok yesterday, and half of them are about the dogs. I'm like, how did you make all those videos about dogs and not even mention my Phoebe? The hell with you,
Not missing who?
Phoebe. Phoebe's the best.
She didn't take any pictures of or video of Phoebe?
No, Dixie Belle turned 17 this week or something.
Uh,
So it was a bunch of pictures, and the very last picture was Dixie Belle and Franklin. I'm like, how did Franklin sneak in here and no Phoebe? What the hell?
Can't. I know you're harassing me with the Timu thing, but it's true. You can find them for about $2 on there for free shipping.
Yeah, and this is said Jenny's not here yet. Where's Jenny asking for a treat?
Gwen's in the kitchen, so she figures she can pounce on something that drops on the floor.
Yeah, Jody made a video, a bunch of pictures of Dixie Belle, and so you get a lot of pictures of the last two that passed away, Scrappy and Phoenix, because they were all three the same age, but they were all within a week of each other. Two of them were the same litter, and then the Phoenix was a week older. So there's a lot of pictures of them together. For Phoenix was 13 when he died, so they were together for 13 years, and then Scrappy was 2 more years, and Dixie was the runt of that litter, and damn, she ain't outlived every single one of them.
My mom and dad had a friend. It was a couple, and they had a couple of dachshunds. And them dachshunds were old when they died. And but they had lived the life of luxury. They had gone probably been to all 50 states
Oh
because
my God.
if they couldn't drive, they flew.
That's what Johnny just put on Instagram. Lord have mercy.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Everyone's happy.
Okay, have fun.
Dang. You have sort of a young Bill Clinton look going there. Oops. Not what I wanted to do.
I'm gonna have to leave a negative review of this show, and
That
my
might
feel,
give me that might give me some thumbs ups.
my feelings are hurt. Damn it.
Yeah, Scott had hair. He did. He looked like a young Bill Clinton.
Yeah, so Johnny's making this one with Dixie when she was that was her brother. She just picture after picture of that's Phoenix with her when they were puppies. That's the other one, Scrappy. But she has lots of pictures. But Dixie Belle was little, and now Dixie Belle's old.
My father-in-law, my father-in-law's got a long-haired one,
Yeah, Franklin.
and he did not. And it's not his dog; it's his granddaughter's dog that has decided that she was moving in. The dog was moving in with my in-laws, and my father-in-law's like, every time I turn around, there's a new damn dog here. I'm just so tired of animals, and yet
Yeah, try to take one away though.
in a few minutes you'll see Molly, Missy, something like that, up on the sitting on the couch, laid up against him, sleeping, and he's got his hand on her neck, rubbing her neck, scratching her neck.
Yeah, those are the best videos. You see the ones where new dogs come into families and they go, yeah, he didn't want this dog, and the next thing, I mean, then you see the rest of the videos about that. Always with the person who claimed that they didn't want a dog or they didn't want it, whatever it is.
A My cousin has a it's a mix. It was a Chihuahua and a Labrador, a black lab, and he was so tiny when they first got him, and he would sleep up on my cousin's chest. And now they took a picture of him not too long ago, and he did not get any of the Chihuahua in his bloodline. He's a full size looking black lab, and he was laid up on him.
Uh, nope. Kind
Yeah, Franklin's the first one that's really stayed small. He's still what about 11 pounds. He looks bigger than he is in pictures because he's all hair. But you still pick him up. He's got a little bit of a belly on him right now, but because they don't go outside but
Dang, he's a lightweight. My I call him our kitten, but he's over a year old now. He weighs 14 pounds. I swear.
he's a chunk.
He's solid black, except with a little white spot right on his chest. But he weighs 14 pounds. I believe he's a mix with a wildcat or something. He is just big.
You need one of those Maine Coons that is like 30 pounds.
The first we looked into getting one when we got cats because Roberta was after she had her transplant, she was going to be home a lot. Like for like 6 months, she was going to be at home.
And cats
So,
only live 6 months.
yeah, I think black cats, Bridget, I think they're just big cats. Anyway, um, oh, we looked into them, and there was some people up near Raleigh that had them. But then we just decided these were free, so we just got those because those were going to be like $600.
yeah, I
Actually,
can't. I don't know. I've had these ever since that buyout, and I've sold. I sold about 6 or 7 of these out of that, but I never got around to testing this one for some reason. And I don't know if I've got a power cord or I probably have a controller. I need to find a power cord and plug it in, see if it'll work.
thank you, Lag. Um,
Also got a Wii U I need to test, but I don't have any of the cords or anything.
We've got somewhere around here that's Roberta's actually. It's a PlayStation. I think it's not a hell. I don't know what it is. It's a handheld, and it's not very big. It had a color screen on it, and we would have got that about 1994. I got to find that. The boys might like using it. I think it was a PlayStation something. I don't know. But PSP. I think that's what it was, Bridget. Um, and I tell people that Cole is a min pan. He's a miniature panther because I swear he looks like one. So does Scarlett. Because I showed Roberta that picture, and she said it's Cole. I said no, that's Scarlett. um, so how long ago was it that you did that buyout, Todd?
I can't remember. It was like
I remember it. It's been a while.
2020, right? The
Mm-hmm.
first.
Was it the first year of
It
COVID?
was. It was like the week that everything shut down for COVID.
Oh,
So it was April or May of 2020.
Yeah. So
March was the middle of March. First week, March 9th or somewhere in there was when California declared an emergency. They were the first state.
so it was like April 1st. It was like April Fool's Day of 2020.
well, it's only
So
300
yeah, I'm still.
selling out of it.
There was just so many boxes of mixed up stuff, and a lot of it, you can just dig through and pull out stuff that's worth listing. So that was. I
Tactical.
filled up my Ford F-250 two times, and Gwen's um,
That might be one to
SUV.
message eBay and say, hey, I've got some questions about this, and make sure if you're protected, send it on. But
Well, I would if I could. I love it when I can get a store buyout. Man, that buyout, and then I bought out the local Western store leftovers. I made thousands and thousands off of both of those. I need to find some more to buy out.
I like buying all that stuff from that bike store.
Yeah, that's the kind of buyouts you need to do. I mean, that's.
and just as a public service announcement, the show tomorrow night will be an hour late because I don't care about y'all.
What are you going to talk about tomorrow night?
Same insanity. I don't know.
Is this an off the hinge
No,
show or is this a
I'm,
reselling show?
I'm on my meds right now, so I'm pretty stable.
Okay.
There's a 45 minutes from here. There is a uh, at a school. They're having a yard sale. It's 6 to 9 Friday night, and then Saturday. I'm like, you know what? I'm busy Saturday, but I'll drive over there Friday night and see what's up.
Yeah, I bet they got some good stuff to buy for cheap. I love
Yes,
going to sales where the sellers don't know what's valuable.
it's at a church school. They're raising money for something. It's at a church cafeteria. I mean, a school cafeteria. It's 20 families. I'm like, you know what?
See, when my boys were at they two of my boys went to a private Christian school, and they had a big yard sale every year. I loved it because I had to be there because I was on the committee, I had to be there when they were setting up, and I would be like, "I want this. How much do you want for it?" So I got to do a lot of pre-shopping, which all
Uh,
the money went to the schools. So
I guess I'll videotape since Harlan's probably not going because he's probably not allowed. He'd have to ask permission since he's.
in love.
I can't imagine he has a Friday night free anymore.
Good morning, Glenn.
Me, on the other hand,
Yeah.
if I don't go do that, I'll just be sitting around and listening to John, and yeah, I'll just listen to John in the car on the way over there.
I think Roberta's going to her dad and mom's house. Her dad's not been doing too
Maybe we can
good.
talk John into going longer tomorrow night.
Well, he claims that he catches up, but he skips half the damn comments at the end. That's not catching up. When you start skipping, that's not catching up.
Who was that?
Flipping ain't easy, John.
Okay.
He's
Harlan is a kept man now. Now Harlan's in love. He's
he's
like
a talker. Say somebody will say something in the side chat and he'll just talk about it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, see, Harlan's already on thin ice because he didn't go be a snow bunny whenever all the snow came, so he can't take a chance on losing on Friday night. So there you go. I figured he would make a comment in the chat. He must really be busy at work.
it is. Keeping up with the comments is kind of tough.
Especially if you're going to read every one of them. I try to follow along, and when I get, I'm as bad about talking about stuff because if somebody has a comment, you're either asking a question or giving an opinion, and there's 100 more comments by the time you get done. And if you have ADHD like me,
I have to watch for lag because he always has such intellectual, deep thoughted.
we made it.
Conversation.
We noted yesterday at like 10 in 9:40 in the year of our Lord 2024. Lag had a good comment.
Yep.
We wrote it down.
We got up to no.
I like Josh. He
internet
just
yesterday.
fully admits. I'll read the rest of the comments later.
And he actually does.
Yeah, so
Because I make crazy comments at the end just to see if he says anything about it.
Okay, I gotta go.
What?
Yeah.
All right, I got to go pack these 58 orders.
58 orders
For
from
real?
yesterday?
I got 8.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, Jesus, dude, what are you doing on the show?
How many do I have?
No. But happy to report February is starting out, or January finished off it just was a banging month, according to, who says banging? Harry Humstone. Bang, bang.
So I just opened eBay, and the Informed Consumers Act, eBay is required to give your information after the sale or some shit.
Well, I'm glad that eBay's not broken for you.
So it says
Wow.
if your address is a residential address, only state and country. If you use a different return address, then the return address will be displayed. So if you have a PO box, okay.
Yeah, it's just people are saying eBay's broken. I'm like, not for me.
I have 6 on eBay to ship, and I think I have 12 on Amazon to ship.
I mean, people like Bridget and Todd, they say, well, things are a little slow. Instead of selling 30 today, they only sold 24.
No, the only slow times I had in 2023 was
Let me guess when you didn't list.
when we went on vacation to Italy. Italy.
Right.
Where was Italy?
and we went on vacation to Alaska. So I just I put everything on 2-week shipping, and yeah.
Um, yeah, y'all need to be listing because it's only 327 more days to Christmas. All right, I got to go. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for coming in here and listening to this nonsense. Thanks, Todd. Thanks, Scott. Y'all have a great day. Look for Todd's show tomorrow.
And me,
Same Todd time, same Todd channel.
8 Central tomorrow night.
And Scott's tomorrow night at 8. Bye.
Bye.